The Elves and the Shoemaker. Boris the shoemaker lived in a little house with his wife Emma. Boris and Emma were honest and hard-working, but they were poor. One day they had leather to make only one pair of shoes. "I will cut out this last pair of shoes," said Boris. "I will sew them tomorrow." That night Boris cut out the leather and left it on the table in his workshop. The next morning he went into his workshop to finish the shoes. What did he see? A new pair of shoes. The shoes were so comfortable that Boris sold them quickly. He was so happy with the money that he got by selling the shoes, he bought leather for 2 more pair of shoes. That night, Boris cut out the leather and left it on the table. The next morning, he went to the workshop, and what did he find? 2 pairs of shoes already made. Boris sold these shoes quickly too. This continued for many days. Boris bought leather, cut it out, and left it in the workshop. The next morning, again, there were new shoes waiting on the table. One day, Boris said to Emma, "We must find out who makes these shoes." So that night, they hid behind the door of the workshop. From there, they could watch the table and not be seen. At midnight, 2 little elves jumped in through the window. The elves wore torn clothes and they had no shoes, but they were smiling. They skipped to the table and began to work on the leather. Their needles flew back and forth. Their hammers beat rap a tap tap. Soon the work was done and the elves jumped out of the window. The next morning Emma said, "We must do something for these helpful elves. I will make new clothes for them." "I will make new shoes for them," said Boris. When the clothes and shoes were ready, they left them on the table and hid behind the door again. At midnight, the tiny elves went skipping to the table. When they saw the clothes and the shoes, they were amazed. They clapped their hands in joy and put on their new clothes and shoes. Very happily, they skipped out of the window. Boris and Emma never saw them again, but they never forgot the kind and helpful elves.